Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mangled Nerdy channel. I'm Miss Mangle and today we are reviewing Pokemon Detective Pikachu. This was requested to me by Sheila T. I will leave a link to her vlog channel in the description below, as well as a link at the end of the video, guys. Sheila's been a really good friend of mine for many years. She's just my best friend, and I am really excited to be able to review this for her. But without further ado, guys, let's get to reviewing this, shall we? This 2019 film is based on a game of the same name that was released on March 3rd, 2018. This film is a fantasy mystery with a runtime of an hour and 45 minutes. It's directed by Robert Letterman. Letterman directed such films as the 2015 hit Goosebumps and the 2009 animated hit film Monsters vs. Aliens. Detective Pikachu is based around the beloved Pokemon franchise. The very first Pokemon game was released for the Nintendo Game Boy system in Japan on February 27th, 1996. The first two versions of the game that were released were Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green only being in Japan. After the video game's popularity soared, the trading card game was introduced on October of 1996 and was developed by Media Factory in Japan. After the success of both games, the animated films soon followed. The first animated film was Pokemon the First Movie, released on November of 1998. This film was followed by many great films, including Pokemon the Movie 2000, Pokemon 3 the Movie, Pokemon Forever, and many more great hits. Detective Pikachu fits between the first film and the second film as far as timeline goes. This has an amazing all-star cast, which includes Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu. Reynolds has starred in many hit films including Deadpool and Deadpool 2, The Green Lantern, and The Proposal. Next in the star-studded cast is Justice Smith as Tim. Justice played in such roles as Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom and Every Day. Another wonderful actress in this film is Katherine Newton as Lucy Stevens. Newton played in such movies and TV series as a Spot in the hit TV series Supernatural and the movie Paranormal Activity 4. Next in this cast is Ken Watanabe as Detective Yoshida. He has played in The Last Samurai and the 2014 version of Godzilla. And finally, in this cast, we have Billy Nye as Howard Clifton, the millionaire and founder of Rhyme City. Nye has played in such films as Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, the Underworld franchise, and Love Actually. Okay, guys, and now to the summary of the movie. If you guys haven't seen this, which I highly recommend you guys do, please be sure to skip ahead towards the end of this to hear my final thoughts on this. But okay, guys, without further ado, let's get into the summary. Detective Pikachu is set in a fictional town of Rhyme City, a town created by a millionaire named Howard Clifton, which he created the town in which humans and Pokemon can coexist in harmony. Harry Goodman, an ace detective in the city, is believed to be dead after his car was flipped over an overpass. Tim, Harry's estranged son, was notified of his father's death. He heads towards Rhyme City for some answers and pay his respects to his father. As soon as he gets into the city, Tim heads straight for the precinct where his father used to work. Here he meets Detective Yoshida, a friend of his father's. Tim and Yoshida discuss about what happened to his father, and Tim gets the keys to Harry's apartment. Once Tim arrives at his dad's apartment, he is greeted by a reporter named Lucy Stevens. She tells Tim that his father was working on a big case and was kidnapped since there wasn't a body at the crash. That had to make sense. Tim dismisses her claims and goes into the apartment. Looking around in his dad's apartment, Tim discovers a vial with a strange purple gas next to a case file. Tim touches the vial, it opens, spraying gas in his face. Tim, choking and gagging on the gas, opens the window to let it out when a group of Apon Pokemon are sitting outside, which the gas causes them to go crazy. Inside, Tim discovers Pikachu. Tim realizes real quick that there is something different about this Pikachu. It can talk. But they don't have time to chat because the group of Apon outside bust through the apartment and try to hurt them. Pikachu and Tim escape from the roof with a trash chute, and the Apons stop chasing them. Down in the street market, Tim discovers the Pikachu is his father's partner, but has no memory of what happened to him. Tim reluctantly agrees to help Detective Pikachu find out what happened to him and search for Harry. Tim decides to talk to Lucy because she was the only person that knows something about his father and his father's case. At the news station, you see Howard Clifton and his son doing an interview about the upcoming parade. They find Lucy and ask her about any info she may have on his dad's case. Lucy shows them a vial, the same type of gas that Tim found in the apartment. She said Harry was working on a lead down at the docks. So Tim and Pikachu decide to head there and run into Harry's informant, which is a Mr. Mime. He informs them that there is an arena that they can find more about the gas known as R. When they get to the arena, they are caught up in a Pokemon battle against a Charizard. The owner of the Charizard is a dealer in R. He ends up breaking all the vials in his jacket after a scuffle. When this happens, all the Pokemon in the arena go nuts and start attacking all the humans. The dealer tells Tim that the source of the R is the doctor. In all of the chaos, Pikachu and Tim barely manage to escape. With no help from the police department, Tim and Pikachu decide to keep investigating on their own. Pikachu and Tim were captured by the police and then had to explain to them why they were there. They get summoned to the office of Howard Clifton. Clifton confides in Tim that his son is the one who has created the R and is trying to destroy his peaceful city. Harry was on the case to stop Clifton's son from taking over. Howard Clifton shows a different view of the crash and shows that Harry is still alive. The recording shows that a creature Clifton called Mewtwo, a man-made Pokemon created from the remains of the legendary Pokemon Mew, was responsible. He shows Tim that Mewtwo has taken his father and wiped Pikachu's memory. They figured out that there was a Pokemon genetics lab. They went to check it out and realized that Pikachu was responsible for releasing Mewtwo. Mewtwo gives back Pikachu his memories and lets him know that he was trying to rescue him from Mewtwo's captors. The research lab was experimenting on Mewtwo to create R and made a headband to control him. They soon discover Howard Clifton was using the headband to transfer his mind into Mewtwo to cure his terminal illness, which bound him to a wheelchair, and use the R gas and Mewtwo's powers combined to combine everyone and their Pokemon together. Tim and Pikachu must defeat Mewtwo to take off to take off the headband and restore Mewtwo to his self. Pikachu gets his powers back and fights Mewtwo and frees him from his mind control. Mewtwo, once freed, lets Pikachu know that Harry was with him and Tim the whole time, safe, merged as one. Mewtwo releases Harry and the town goes back to a normal state. My overall thoughts on this movie, guys, I absolutely loved this movie. I thought the graphics in this movie were amazing. The Pokemon looked like real live animals, but they kept to the design of the original Pokemon, so you could actually imagine them being in real life. And they displayed their habitats, which was nice to see as well. I absolutely loved where it turned out that Tim's dad was with him the whole time. Like, you think that he is just, he's missing, and him being estranged from his dad, it was nice to see that he really was with him the whole time, and that he really did love him and did care for him. And I thought that it was kind of awesome how they connected this story to the other stories, with the fact of Mew and Mewtwo and some of the hidden clips that they only released in Japan. That was kind of nice to see how they kind of put that in there. Also, just the aesthetic of the place itself made it seem like it was like a Japanese type town, like you can imagine, with the market and everything like that, and how it just looked overall like a Japanese type city. It was really cool how they connected that together. And I just, you felt engaged with the film from beginning to end, which I really enjoyed. And the cast itself really put the story together, and I thought that they were really, really good overall. I know that's, surprisingly, I thought that it wasn't going to be very good, just because I was used to Ryan Reynolds playing more of Deadpool and more comic book type as characters, and more, he just has that kind of sarcastic tone to him. But it actually, the way he worded it and the way he did it, it actually worked out very well, and I really enjoyed it, guys. But what are your guys' thoughts overall on this film? Please leave a comment in the comments down below what you guys think. Also, guys, I do requests for these reviews and for reactions. If you guys would like to see any film be reviewed on this channel, please leave a comment in the comments down below, or on any video. As always, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the little bell to get notified of my videos. Anyways, guys, this is Miss Mangle with the Mangle Nerdy channel. You guys be you, be nerdy, have an awesome day, bye.